In this video, I'm rolling with Tyler again. Tyler is a seasoned purple belt at the academy. He's been a purple belt as long as I've known him in these past few years. And he was already familiar. He knew I had an injury because I wasn't there for a few weeks, and word got around. I didn't really mention it. I didn't tell anybody. So I let him know that it's my right knee, obviously, with the knee brace, and if he could just go, 5 or 10% lighter than he normally does. So here we go. I'm trying to step around his guard, right? I'm trying to take that space to his left, and I'm gauging his reactions. So there he was looking for shin on shin with my right leg, so I pulled it back and I based it out. He's really good. Any little mistake I make, I'll be in big trouble. Little mistakes equal big trouble at the higher levels especially. So there I'm looking to staple his leg and pass. See, I'm sitting on his left leg and I'm trying to keep that right leg. Now I switched. I was going for more of a weave pass, but then I decided to try to climb him into mount. Right? Sometimes you could just bring your hips up, and once you have his hips between your hips, the next move is mount. But he was able to get his foot back in. As you could see, his right foot, which gave him his knee shield back. So I keep trying to take that center space. So you want to either go up the middle between the legs or around the leg, right? Those are your two paths. So I'm trying to go around. I'm kind of letting him get to half guard, half butterfly, because I want to kick it off and continue to pass. So now I went from being an outside passer to bringing my knee up the middle in an inside pass. I'm holding his elbow up so he can't move. It kind of isolates his movement. It not isolates it, it slows it down. See, I keep making a point to not let him get that elbow on the mat and not let him get the underhook as I continue to try to free that leg and get a pass here. If I sound a little subdued, it's Sunday morning and my wife is still sleeping, but I wanted to get this video out for you today. I also released an ex-martial video with that rash guard unboxing. It's the American Jiu-Jitsu. So here I have a Kimura set up, and I went to sit on his head to finish it, and then I decided I wanted to go to the knee pillow, as we've come to name it. And it really puts the partner in a bad position because he doesn't want to sit up. He knows if he sits up, I'm going to trap his arm and look for the choke or just get the choke straight away. So as you could see, if he sits up here, I could take his back, or I can also, if he doesn't sit up, finish with the arm bar. So here he's turning into me, and I'm stopping that with the knee on belly. See, I kind of went up slowly. Remember, we're going a little bit slower than we normally would. I've had real pissing matches with Tyler in the past. He's very talented. But rolling this way, what I've come to find is it's even better than rolling the way I've been suggesting, because if you go even a little slower, you can really feel out everything, and you're not trying to win on throwing a million techniques at someone and hoping they don't know one of them. You're getting into each position and really feeling it out. Because if I want him to go slow, I have to go slow. Also, someone commented recently that there was a tripod sweep. Someone commented that their judo coach always used to say, if you go easy, I'll go easy. And I've always lived by that in jiu-jitsu. I also lived by, if you go hard, I'll go hard. But I try not to anymore these days. So there he's trying to get my arm into like a bicep slicer, so I recognized it and I moved to the side and I threatened the leg entanglement. And now he stood up and he's looking for a pass. I'm still testing my leg. I mean, I know it's probably going to be all right. I'm not going to talk about it forever. But my biggest fear is re-injuring that knee. So I don't want it to become a chronic injury. So he knows I want to get that hook in, and he's holding my leg with his left hand. I'm not going crazy. I know that he's stopping the move with that, so I'm not going to make it a battle of strength. As soon as he let go of my leg, I was able to get the butterfly sweep, if you noticed there. So here I was like doing a knee slide, and then I decided to pretend, well, to go for an ankle lock, but I really wasn't going to rip it or explode into it. So there, when I came up, I went right to the knee cut. And now I'm on the outside of his leg. So now I'm back to the outside position. He knows that. And then he went and he hooked into a half guard knee shield. So from here, I want to straighten my leg and get rid of that hook, sit on his top hook and pass, which is pretty much what just happened. And I went right to the Americana Kimura. I mean, the Kimura grip, not Americana. Now again, if I wanted to go full bore and rip as hard as I could to get his arm away from his body, maybe I could, maybe I couldn't. Maybe he'd get injured, maybe he wouldn't. So again, this is a variation of the knee pillow. Because of the positioning, it's going to be hard for him to sit up. As you could see, when he tried to sit up, I went right for the gift wrap. But you could also see my hands are open. I'm not squeezing for dear life. I've rolled with people where I have their fingerprints black and blued into my arm. So I'm back in that Kimura again. It's easier to finish a Kimura in no gi because he can't really hold on to any material to defend it. So now I'm looking for my typical Americana. I'm trying to get his leg up and finish with the Americana or the armbar. So the Americana will cause him to reach over with his left arm to defend. And then I'll try to get under that left elbow and finish with the armbar. But he did a good job of making space and turning back into me. So again, thinking about my knee, thinking about not bending it too fast. So this is Saturday open mat. This actually usually more crowded, but it's pretty crowded. Most people are on that big mat in the background. So there we did a little Wing Chun wrist fighting. Again, threatening the footlock here, not jumping into it, not diving, not ripping. So that outside hook under his thigh, that's a shadow hook, or at least that's what I've been told. It's something he could jump over, but if I went back and tried to finish, I could also finish there if I was to push up with that foot. So it would make it hard to jump over. Harder. But again, we're a little casual here. I told him, I said, you could try to submit me. I'm not saying this isn't a flow roll. So there, he was able to take my back. I kind of felt it coming. But again, I didn't want to spin out of it and elbow him in the face. So what's great about this is now he's going to be on my back for a while. And you could really see how I defend. See how I keep bringing my elbow up like that? That prevents him from getting his arm around my neck, which he wants to. He's really trying for that. So now I have wrist control to prevent it. But the top arm, I'm not as worried about. He could still finish me with that arm. But the bottom arm is more of a worry. And the legs being around me, I have to get my body out of that leg entanglement, that leg control from the back. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to slink down on one side and get over his foot while defending my neck. Now again, Tyler's a good purple belt. So as you can see, I'm using that defense. I have my right elbow up in the air because he cannot get the rear naked choke in that position. And that is an old school Gracie defense. So here now, I'm trying to pull that foot off so I could jump over it and get out of this position. When he went to re-wrap with his right leg, I blocked him with my right arm and I'm keeping my knee and elbow together. Now I feel him going for the choke and I went back to raising my elbow above my head to defend. See how he only has control of my bottom leg for the most part? That's all he needs to maintain that position. You don't really need both hooks in. You really just want control of the bottom. The top leg can't move without the bottom anyway. But you want the two hooks in for points if you're competing. See, he's got his feet crossed, but they're very high up, so it'd be hard for me to do that ankle lock with my legs. See, his knees are really bowed out there. Again, I'm trying to get one side out. And now from here, believe it or not, even though he has that bottom leg, I can turn into him. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make a little bit of space. Oops, I went the wrong way there. But it looks like it's still working. Because here I was able to kick that hook off, and now when I turn, I am past the guard. And I'm already in the Americana, I believe. Oh no, I'm looking for it. So he's keeping his arm straight, and then I went for the arm bar, and he brought that other arm up to defend, the right arm, and then I took the Americana. Now, I've explained this 100 times on the channel, and I hope some of you are starting to use it, because it's one of my main offensive attacks. So I'm actually explaining that to Tyler right now. That's Nick in front of us in the gray, and I'm going to be doing a round with him next. And also, this round with Tyler is a double round. We went through, so far we're at, I think, the 13-minute mark or something. But if you find value in my content and you want to help support the channel, I just released a video showing the unboxing of the American Jiu-Jitsu rash guard as well as the wrist locker rash guard and short set. They'll probably look better on you than they do on me. But if you pick one up and use X Marshall, the link in the description, that was a courtesy. It's always good to know how to do that. I'm just kidding. So you get 15% off with code Jits over 50, or you could just buy me a coffee. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe.